whatever happens does happen.
It does indeed.
And on that note, welcome to Rainy Tuesdays. I'm Ryan.
I'm Margot.
And wow, look at this. We're in person for once. That's weird.
It's strange.
How did this happen?
I don't know. I hopped on a plane.
You did hop on a plane.
I was talking to someone about planes, and I was like I think the wings just kind of, they do that for like aerodynamics, and he was like, that's not how it works. But I think it is. They
have the flaps like on the back that like go down to like pick up air, and then they go up sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. But it's the whole wing. Like, this is how airplanes.
There's like a little part of the wing.
All of the wing.
Little part, but fair enough. You know what I like? I'm assuming they probably made you wear masks on the plane.
Yeah, it was.
I like that. I don't care if like COVID isn't around anymore. I want to wear masks on the plane.
It was wonderful. I felt
think it's
like
great.
It was so much less disgusting with the masks on.
People are loud on the plane.
Yeah.
The mask like
muffle
it. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Perfect. And like, I don't want people's germs.
Not at all.
I'm fine if we all need to wear a mask. It's like a muffler in a way.
People are like cars.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I like the masks and stuff. I also like the fact that they're cleaning the seats between the flights.
That too.
I feel like that should have been in place before.
Perhaps we should have always been doing this. But...
Right. Yeah, but steady improvements.
Exactly.
Did
you get like an on-flight snack or something?
I did. They gave me cookies and ginger ale and pretzels.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was good. I didn't have any of it until after I got off the plane, and so I was just kind of like stuffing my pockets with like
Understandable.
treats.
It wasn't a very long flight, was it? Like
so I did a layover. So the first one was like an hour, and then the second one was like 2.
Okay. So like that's not like enough time to enjoy a snack, really.
No. And I also like didn't want to take my mask off in the plane.
That's fair. Understandable.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Did you bring like a book or something with the plane?
I did. I was reading C.S. Lewis's Four Loves, which is like a thing that goes back to Greek philosophy with the 8 types of love. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. It's very fun.
Gotcha. No. Isn't like pathos, logos, and eros?
You're all over, kind of. That's for like argumentative writing.
Okay, cool.
But this is like, eros is a type of love, but it's like a like strictly like sexual love type of thing, where it's like lust versus like family love versus romantic love that you've had for years versus like a friend that you've had for years. Like, it's all different types of love.
Gotcha. I remember like learning that in English class and being like, that's nice, because it's like you want to say like I love you to a person, but not like a romantic way, but like, oh man, you're a great friend. Yeah, I love you in that way.
Right.
So it's like the Greeks were onto something.
They were. The Greeks nailing it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. They also, so like that comes from the Symposium, which is just a thing where they like Socrates and his students and like a bunch of whores all got together and just like talked about philosophy. Which is kind of just my dream.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was good. It's good.
Good time.
They should keep that up.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch a movie at all, or just read?
No, I just read. They had, so on the first flight, it was a new airplane, and they had screens in the back of the seats in front of you, kind of thing, and that was the first time I'd seen that. And mine was broken.
Oh.
And so I was like,
wait, like, was it like, did it like look like it was shattered or something?
No, it just like, it would turn on, but it didn't go to the screen that everyone else's went to. And so it was just like kind of like a black screen, but like the kind of black screen where you know that it is on.
Yeah.
Versus,
but like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Or not cool.
Not
I guess
cool. It was kind of sad. But. They had Free Guy. The Ryan Reynolds movie. That was one, and I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't because my screen was broken. And also, it was only an hour flight, so I wouldn't have been able to watch
just like
the whole
speed
movie.
through it. Be like, I don't like the scene. Let's skip through it.
But I do want to see that movie at some point. Yeah.
I heard about like the final fight scene, and that looks sort of cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It was a little bit spoiled for me, but like they do some fun stuff with it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it kind of like live action Wreck-It Ralph? Because that's the vibes I get.
Sorta. They do some fun stuff because, like, technically Fox is owned by Disney now, so they do some fun stuff with that.
Intriguing. Yeah. Fair enough. What have you been up to in life?
Not much. Busy.
Yeah.
But, like, good busy. You know, keeping busy.
Yeah.
I still like free time.
Okay.
I spend most of my free time watching YouTube.
Okay.
And, like,
I
don't know.
What kind of YouTube videos do you like?
All sorts of random stuff. I've gotten really into infrastructure YouTube.
Infrastructure YouTube.
Which is, like, infrastructure YouTube is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they all have, like, sort of, like, in-jokes.
Mm-hmm.
There's one dude that, like, just talks about skyscrapers, and he's really buff. And so all the other YouTubers call him Skyscraper Chad. And it's very funny.
Yeah.
But, like, all the YouTube videos boil down to, like, freeways are terrible, highways are terrible. We should all live in communities where we can walk to stuff. Which I was like, that sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely.
Not very feasible in America.
No.
But lovely.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
It would be. I do keep saying to everyone I know that I want us all to, like, live in, like, a little community kind of thing. Because I just think it would be better for everyone.
Exactly. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think there was a meme I saw on Twitter of, like, why do people like college? And it's, like, that your friends are all around and also, like, that you can, like, walk to anywhere you want.
Anything. Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's lovely.
Don't have to get in a car.
Yeah. Cars are kind of not fun.
They're just annoying to get to sometimes.
That's true.
Especially, like, at this college, like, I have to leave my dorm. I have to walk across the street, get into a parking garage, get out of that parking garage. There's a little gate I have to tap. My arm is, like, never long enough.
Mine was never either. And I also, my car, its window, if you put it down, it wouldn't go back up. So I had to, like, fully park my car to open my door to, like, hop around the thing.
Exactly. And I always feel bad if, like, there's a car behind me because it's like, oh, well, like, someone else is way now. And, like, I really got to stretch out my arm to, like get it open. And, like, it's really not that far. It's, like, it's, like, 30 feet max, probably. Maybe a little bit more than that. But, like...
30 feet?
Maybe a little bit more than that. 50? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant the tappy thing from your car. And I was like, your arm can't stretch 30
literally,
feet.
like, I can see my car across from, like, my room. Like, I can look out my window and be like, oh, look, there's my car.
There's my car.
But it takes me 6 minutes to get to because I have to, like, do all this, like, rigmarole to get there. Rigmarole. That's a fun word. It is.
Fair. Yeah, it is kind of a pain. The first year that I went here, my car was on the parking garage that is on the opposite side from where all the dorms are. And so it was like a 5-minute walk to like even be like, now I'm here. It was not fun.
That's even worse because like that's like the best looking side of campus.
But
like
really
they only show tubers there.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd love to have classes there, but there's like not really anything.
Over there. It's just a parking garage and a quad.
There's a lot of flagpoles.
There's a lot of flagpoles. And, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Flags are nice.
Exactly. So.
Fair. Well...
You know what else is nice? Star Wars. This is a Star Wars episode. You've been tricked.
You thought we were
6
just
minutes
talk.
into it. Yeah.
Once again, we're talking about Star Wars on this podcast. Not just movies, but specifically Star Wars. Adam likes Star Wars enough, but not as much as we do.
And also, Adam is not here. Adam can be this little pencil that's got a little rocket ship on it.
Yeah, I don't know if that picks up on camera or not, but but yeah, Adam isn't with us, unfortunately. That makes it sound like he died. He didn't. He just has responsibilities.
Adam's just doing things with life, and we respect that.
We respect it. I kind of don't. I keep telling him he should not and come here instead.
This is also like one of the first episodes where Adam's not there, because like sometimes it's like I'm not there and you get Joanna,
right?
Or like, Joanna's not there, and you get me, which is usually more the latter, but like you know.
But yeah, so Adam, we miss you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening to this. It's a whole Star Wars episode.
Yeah. He likes Star Wars, but like not that much.
Right.
Maybe he might like disagree with us on the next episode, but
maybe. But I have always thought about it as like he views Star Wars the same way I view Marvel, where it's like it's fun, I can enjoy it, but it's not everything.
Here's the real question. What does Adam think the Civil War of Star Wars is?
Well, that's what we're here to figure out today, right? Not Adam's answer, but ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to definitively rank all of the Star Wars media, and I say all, but I don't mean books. So it's really just shows and movies.
I've read like one book.
Same.
It was a book about Anakin and Obi-Wan, like before Episode 2.
Oh, okay. I read the one with Mara Jade in it because I like Mara Jade a lot.
Yeah,
she's pretty sick.
I don't remember anything that happened in that book. I remember there was like a long scene where they were like in the sewers of Coruscant.
Okay.
And like arguing. But that's it. And I was like, this is an okay book.
Fair.
So.
Before we talk about the movies and the shows, we should talk about the games.
The games?
The Star Wars games.
What games have you played?
I've played Battlefront 2, the old version and the new version. And then I've played all of the Star Wars board games that exist.
Gotcha. I don't think I've played any Star Wars board games.
Okay.
But I have played Battlefront 2. I played Jedi Fallen Order, which like you're familiar with. I want to play that.
Yeah, I've like... someone has played it next to me.
Gotcha.
For parts of it, but not the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Sounds very interesting.
They are interesting, and they're coming to PlayStation apparently.
Ooh.
So.
I don't have one. I don't know why I said that.
That's
like
all right,
I was gonna like be able to play it.
It might be popular. I might like catch a YouTube video of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I played Jedi Academy, which was made in like. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I don't know if that caught up, but you know,
maybe
dorms are loud sometimes.
Dorms,
and that's what's fun about dorms.
Yeah, I have said it so many times in my life, of like, because I live in an apartment complex, which is just grown up dorms. And I think that like if I moved into a house, I'd be afraid because like you hear a noise and like something like this, and you're just like,
it's another person.
Upstairs is annoying. But like you hear it in a house, and you're like,
exactly. Houses creak all the time. I live in the basement of my house, and like it creaks all the time, and it's like,
is it spooky?
I just assume the house is settling.
Sure. Yeah, that's what you have to like. Either you have to tell yourself that you're like, no,
exactly.
It's just settling.
Yeah, you know,
like
settling a lot tonight.
Yeah, there are footsteps.
Exactly.
That's weird for.
Why do I hear whistling? Houses don't whistle.
Why did my pin move across the room? Oh my god. Okay, but anyway, so Jedi Academy.
Jedi Academy. Yes, that one is interesting. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. It came out in like 2002, maybe. I could be wrong. And it was very much Star Wars of 2002, where they're like, hey, look, what if Luke made an academy after Star Wars?
Right.
It was good. I liked it.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah. Knights of the Republic is great. The first one is really good. Just because it's like, you go to like all sorts of new worlds, and the characters are really fun, and there's like a little plot twist.
Yeah.
Toward the end of it, that's like really fun. And like whether you choose like the light side or the dark side like really plays into it, and like that really changes the game.
Yeah.
Knights of the Republic 2 is interesting because it wasn't finished.
Okay.
And when you get to the end of the game, it really wasn't finished because like you see a character at the end and it's like, are you a Force ghost or are you a hologram? Because you're blue and like sort of like see-through.
Right.
It's like, did you die off screen or are you a hologram? And you don't appear again. So there's stuff like that where it's like the ending, it's like I sort of see what they were going for, but they just literally did not have enough time to finish it.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's fair. There's also the VR stuff for Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I've played one where it was just like lightsaber training type of thing. Like it wasn't Beat Saber. I know that is one, but it wasn't that one.
Was it the one where you're on Tatooine and you get a lightsaber?
I think it might have been.
Okay, that one I've got gripes with.
Oh, tell me the gripes. It gave me a headache, so I too have gripes.
Okay, not like that. Because it's like, it's such a cop-out. Okay. It's like Star Wars, like Tatooine, lightsaber training, whatever.
Yeah.
You start out, you're on Tatooine, and then the Millennium Falcon comes in. You're like, wow, that's so cool. And then, like, a thing drops down, and it's like, hey, we need to repair the ship. So you press 3 buttons, and, like, oh, the ship's repaired.
Nice.
Then R2-D2 comes out, and he's like, hey, look, here's a lightsaber. You get a lightsaber. It's like, wow, this is amazing. Then stormtroopers come out of nowhere and start shooting. You're like, wow, I'm deflecting lightsaber bolts. This is great. And you do that for 2 minutes, and then it's over. And you're like, wait, where was the game?
That's fair. I didn't play, like, the story mode of it because it was someone else's game.
There is no story mode. That's it.
Is that it?
You just, like, you fight
Zoinks.
stormtroopers, you deflect bolts, and then they, like, disappear.
Yeah, it was a thing where it was, like, it was supposed to be like a training module type thing where they just like were advancing on you, you beat them, and then bigger things advanced on you and you beat them. Yeah.
I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was an interesting time.
Yeah.
There's another version of that which they made to like advertise the Last Jedi. It was like you got like tons of like BB-8 style droids, and you had to like repair them, and that was fun. And at the end of it, like the First Order comes in, you're like, whoa, and then it ends. All of these are like 5 minutes, which is really upsetting.
That's fair. What was that one where it was like the VR one, but it was like it was an actual story, and I think it was like 3 parts, and like Vader.
Darth Vader. Yeah. I have played the first part. I bought the second part. Haven't played it yet because I've not had the will to reassemble my VR setup yet. I've just been lazy.
Yeah.
But the first part I really liked because it's like you're on a mission to like deliver something, and you stop by Mustafar. I don't remember why, but it turns out you're a Force user. You find that in like the first 5 minutes, I guess. So spoiler alert.
So I didn't play it, but my friend Haley, who's been on the podcast before, she played it, and there's this lovely video I have of her in my Snapchat memories of her just like looking around and being a little like scared, but then Vader like popped up right next to her, and she just goes, ah, like
it's like Vader's very intimidating in that because like he like comes up like close to you, and you have to like look up at him.
Hello, sir.
And it's like, oh wow, he's tall.
He's a tall boy.
But that one's fun because like you sort of like sneak out and you get to like climb around. It's like that's fun.
That is cool.
And then you get a lightsaber, which is fun.
We love that.
There's a part where you have to like fight off droids, which is cool. It's like it's fun. And there's like a like actual training mode in that where like there's like a ball that like shoots you, and like little robots with swords you get to fight off, and it's like that feels fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about the second one yet. I'm excited to play it. I've just like literally not had the urge to
totally fair
to set it up yet. And then I'll probably buy the third one too. I think they're all like $20, which is a little absurd, but
fair. I don't know how long they are all together, but like 60 is about like what games are going for, right?
The first one I think I beat in an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it.
Fair.
There are other Star Wars games though.
There's
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
You played. Did you like Battlefront 2?
I did. But it is, in my opinion, one of those games that if you're playing on your own, you're gonna be just bored. But
That's
if you're
true.
playing it with friends, it's a great time. Yeah.
I was trying to get a drink of water for the audio listeners. But I think Battlefront 2 I'm a little bit nostalgic for because I first played Battlefront 2 at my uncle's house because he had a PlayStation and I didn't have a PlayStation at that time. And he had Battlefront 2 and I was a huge Star Wars fan. I was like, what? You can play on Tatooine as Boba Fett and Jango Fett and Anakin. I was like, this is amazing. So like I instantly loved that game. And then like,
was your go-to when you got to play Hero?
Oh wow. When I actually got the game, I really liked Ayla Sakura for some reason. Okay. She had 2 lightsabers. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's cool. You can have 2 lightsabers.
Oh yeah.
General Grievous had 4, but like he like never really had like all 4 at the same time. He only had 2. And he wasn't very fun to play as, in my opinion. I
really liked Yoda and Maul because they had very similar play styles. So it was like I would go for one of those depending on if I was heroes or villains.
I also really like Count Dooku because he could do a backflip 4 times.
Right.
So he could just like keep backflipping in the air.
He's agile as hell.
It's like, this is funny.
Yeah.
Very agile for an old man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Excuse the construction equipment going by.
Yeah.
But I really like that game just because like it was very simple. It was like your sword on the battlefield. There are like some like big weapons, like tank weapons, and you have to like control points, like command posts.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Very simple. Very fun, especially with friends, because you can all just be like, ah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
You feel like you're in the action a little bit.
Absolutely. It's very cool.
Did you have a favorite map?
Oh, what was the forest one? Was it Naboo?
Maybe.
Okay. I liked the forest one a lot.
Okay. Yeah. There was like one on Kashyyyk and one on Endor.
Probably the Endor one.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been about 2 years since I've played this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I really like the Jedi Temple map.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Because it's like you get to go to all the places from the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fun.
It is fun.
And I was always like, I'm going to protect the Jedi chamber because I want to be a Jedi.
Hell yeah. Did you ever do the, like, Jedi training thing at, Disney?
I did not.
Okay.
But I've seen videos of it. I was never that outgoing as a kid. Like, I'm gonna be a Jedi.
Fair. I absolutely was. And I did train to be a Jedi.
Did you get a little robe with it?
I got a little robe. I got a certificate. So I have a degree in Jedi training.
Do you think Anakin got a little certificate?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope he had it framed. Yeah. Oh my god. Fair. Alrighty. So the board games, though, real quick. Side note about them. Most of them suck.
Okay.
One's called X-Wing. It's really annoying. It's like Warhammer, but specifically Star Wars. I don't know if you've ever played Warhammer.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it. The people who like it, I get, kind of, but I also don't.
Yeah.
There's another one is like Star Wars, like Destiny or something. That one is horrible. The gameplay of it makes no sense because it was like rushed. It came out like for a Star Wars Day type of event.
Yeah.
And it was just bad. It was really cheaply made and it was not good. There's Legacies, maybe Legacies. I forget. But it's okay. But the one that I think is like the shining star above every other Star Wars game is Imperial Assault. It's a setup where it's kind of a like ongoing campaign.
Yeah.
And so you have one person playing the Empire and however many people, you can have like up to 4 playing the Rebels. And it is a blast. It's so fun. It's kind of like D&D, but specifically Star Wars, and I love it.
Nice.
It's so much fun.
That's awesome. One more Star Wars game I forgot to mention. Did you ever play Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga?
I did not complete the saga, but I did play some of it. It was very fun.
I don't know if those are good games. I think they're very nostalgic because, like, I think that was literally like one of the first games I ever played.
I think Lego things in general are just superior.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're so fun. Like the movies, the games, all a blast. Yeah. And
they're making a sequel, or like the Skywalker Saga version of it. I'll probably buy it day one, honestly. Absolutely. I'm like legitimately excited for it.
Yeah. So starting to go into the topic then. What about the Lego Star Wars Christmas special that came out last year?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was interesting because I think I talked about it on the podcast because it was like, it came out after episode 9.
Yeah.
But like tried to ignore episode 9.
It totally tried to ignore episode 9.
Because like also they do like some time traveling, which is like, oh, that's fun. You know, you can do that because like Lego Star Wars is silly.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
But it's fun. And like they do some fun stuff. They did some memes where they're like, hey, look, it's Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan, and there was like 3 Obi-Wans, and like, hey,
and they
look,
were all going like, hello there.
Yeah. And then like Darth Maul, but he's chopped in half.
Right. Oh man, it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very, very fun addition, and I think that that's how all Christmas specials should be.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the Star Wars Halloween special. That holds a special place in my heart.
Okay, do tell.
Because I just think it's so funny of like, it's such a funny story. I was like, if this was a movie, it would sort of work.
Oh my god.
Like, you got Poe Dameron. He like goes to like Vader's castle. It's like, we've seen this location before. People would be excited for it.
Yeah.
And then there's like a Force sensitive kid, and the whole castle is like a joke on Disney of like they're trying to like marketize everything.
I love it when Disney does that. When they're like, let's make this thing making fun of Disney.
Exactly. It's fun.
Yeah.
Because like in Star Wars universe, they're just like making a museum about the dark side. These horrible people. They have an animatronic Darth Vader. It's hilarious. And then like the stories they tell, they give like actual backstory into Kylo Ren. And I was like, that's cool.
It was very cool. Everything we wanted episode 9 to be.
Exactly. I was like, dang, these are fun stories.
Yeah.
So it was a good time.
Very fair. Yeah. I like the Lego Star Wars content a lot. Feel like there needs to be more of them. I also feel like there will be more of them. So
yes.
That's not me saying like, I wish, like, it's me saying I can't wait for it.
I wouldn't be annoyed.
Yeah.
Because like if there's something I'm like, oh, that doesn't look interesting, I just won't watch it.
Exactly. And it's no big deal.
Yeah.
That's fair. Alrighty. I have got a list of all the things
All the things.
All the things.
Every single thing is in this list.
Every of the things. Alright, starting with Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. I watched Phantom Menace like probably last time 2 years ago.
Okay.
I think it's funny, but also, holy cow, that movie is boring sometimes.
Yeah, that's a great way to word it.
Like, the first part's fun, and they like go to Naboo, and it's just they're like walking around, and then there's like a little bit of action, but like so much of that movie is just talking, and it's not interesting.
I will say that it does have some of my favorite lines, such as, now that's what I call pod racing.
Spinning, that's a good trick.
And are you an angel? The men down at the dock say that angels are the most beautiful thing in the world. Also,
it's like, I feel like George Lucas gets a pass on a lot of things, because that movie is sort of racist.
Yeah.
The, like, Trade Federation is all, like, stereotypes for Asian people. The, like, one blue bug guy is, like, a Jewish stereotype.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because he wants the money.
Yeah.
He's, like, slimy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's he trying to say there? And then the whole, like, relationship between, like, a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Very creepy.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great at the least.
No. That's fair. I do think it is one of the more problematic Star Wars tales.
I think it's also interesting, too, because it's like, he had full creative control. It wasn't like there was someone being like, you have to make them this age. He could have just, like, changed it.
Could have said anything.
Yeah.
It's his world.
Yep.
And he wanted Padme to be a pedophile. But I do think some of the things, like, behind the scenes are really, really cool. Like, have you seen those, like, pictures of the set where it was supposed to be, like, the people in the stands for the pod racing, but it was just a bunch of painted, like, Q-tips?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of the CGI in that movie doesn't necessarily hold up, but, like, a lot of the practical stuff still looks really good.
The practical stuff looks great. Yeah. Definitely. Alrighty. Well, fair. So, good quotes. Not a great story. Attack the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. I think this is my least favorite Star Wars.
Why?
I really enjoy everything with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, like, acting as a detective is amazing.
Yeah.
Everything with Anakin and Padme,
also
I am
amazing.
Falling asleep.
Oh my god.
Do you really like the scene where, like, he cuts a pear and then uses the Force to, like, move it across the table?
Another iconic line of, I don't like the sand. Rough
it's coarse and rough.
Not
it
like
gets everywhere.
Soft and smooth. Yeah, I think this one is fun. I've also used this one to introduce Star Wars to a lot of people who thought that they wouldn't like Star Wars.
You know, start off with, like, the worst one and then move up.
The way that I word it is I'm like, it's kind of a romance movie.
Gotcha.
Because it is.
I always show people A New Hope first, because it's like, hey, look, this was made 40 years ago.
Right.
And it, like, still works.
It does, yeah.
So,
no.
Go like, well, this is a little weird, but, like, it was made 40 years ago, so.
Yeah. I do this one, and I'm just like, think about the romance. Oh my god. There's such drama in this world, and it, like, gets them. They're like, yeah, that was fun.
Do you like the scene where Padme gets hit by the creature and then her shirt becomes a midriff for some reason?
It's so weird because it's just like, how did that happen? And why? No reason. That's the answer. It's just he wanted to see her belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, like, weird decisions and
oh yeah, she's also got her dominatrix dress.
Oh yeah, where she's wearing, like, black leather,
and it's very tight, and, like,
it's a very seductive scene too.
Yes, yeah. So very fun. Yeah, Padme's fashion, top notch. I think we can all agree.
So I really like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But this is my least favorite one, which still means, like, I sort of like it.
Sure. Okay.
Like, if it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out my way to watch it.
Interesting.
But I'll watch it.
Fair. I do think I like this one better than Phantom Menace.
I would agree with that.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
Okay.
They're both, like, pretty, like, bottom of the barrel for me.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Alrighty. Understandable. Now Now, Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2003 to 2005 one. The one that looks kind of like the Total Drama Island one.
Okay, I wouldn't say it looks like Total Drama Island.
That's the same animation.
But that holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Because, like, I saw that, like, on DVD. I have fond memories of, like, watching that. Like, we had a minivan with one of those, like, come down TV screens. And I would always watch that. Because, you know, my parents wouldn't, like, change the movie every, like, 10 hours. Right. So it's like, well, I guess I'm watching this again.
Fair.
And it's a good story. I like the first, because it's like, they made it into 2 discs, but it's also like a series of episodes. So, like, the first disc is like tons of like 5-minute episodes.
Okay.
And I really like that disc because it's like you're showing like so many parts of the Clone Wars. And the second one, I'm like, it's good.
It's fine.
I think if I rewatch it, I'd probably like the second one more than the first one.
Okay, interesting. Fair. Yeah. I have only seen, like, a few episodes of this one, so not all of it, but I liked what I saw. I thought it was fun. Yeah.
It's technically canon,
interesting.
Apparently.
Wow.
According to Dave Filoni. Because, like, those costumes in that are based off of, like, what they use in the animated Clone Wars.
Right.
And, like, some of the characters come back. Like, that's the first time you see Ventress.
Yeah.
However, Ventress, like, sort of dies in the animated, or, like, the cartoon version, so...
Yeah.
Don't know how that works.
Let's talk about that one next.
The animated one?
Yeah.
Ooh, love the animated one.
Same.
I need to rewatch it, because I think there's probably, like, some arcs where I'm like, maybe that wasn't the best.
There's some arcs where it's just, like, absolutely bad. And that's something that I thought was really funny, because, on Disney Plus, they released the 7th season, right?
Yeah.
And it was a shorter season. And a lot of people were really, really pissed off with it. They were like, oh my god, so much of this was just, like, bad arcs. Like, I hated this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if you look at literally any other season of the show, every season has a lot of bad arcs in it. Like, do you remember that one where it was, like, a 3 or 4 episode arc of just the droids in the desert?
That's the same season that has the arc on Umbra, where it's like you've got like the best arc immediately followed by the worst.
Yeah.
And then like after that you've got like Darth Maul on Mandalore.
Right.
And it's like that's interesting.
That was interesting, yeah.
And then you just put this in the middle. George Lucas's favorite episodes.
I refuse to believe that.
That's what he said.
I know he said it, but I just don't think it's true. Like I think he's trolling us. But yeah, no, interesting. Yeah, I love the animated series. It's so good.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, Ahsoka.
It's the best.
So good. Yeah. Just a badass.
Yeah.
All around. Yeah. It is, I think, the most, like, female empowering content that Star Wars has.
That's fair.
Because, like, I don't think any of the movies really, really do that too well. But, like, with this one, you've got Ahsoka, you've got Ventress, you've got, like, Padme in it.
Yeah.
You've got a few of the other, like, smaller roles, but, like, they're all just so strong, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where do we go from the Clone Wars?
Let's see. Let's use the list. Okay, what about the Star Wars Clone Wars movie?
The movie?
Yeah.
I remember, like, really liking it when I watched it, but also it has been 10 years since I watched it.
This tracks. Yeah.
I think it's a little weird that the whole movie is around Jabba the Hutt's son.
Yeah. That's a great point. This annoying tiny slug man.
If it was, like, I think literally that movie would be, like, probably perceived better if it was like, oh, hey, look, here's this, like, data pad of information.
Yeah.
That we have to get to Tatooine.
Absolutely, and not a tiny little slug man. Yeah.
People might have liked it more.
I think so. That's great. Alright, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, I think, is really good. It's gotta be top Star Wars.
Okay.
Not, like, my favorite.
Right.
But it's, like, it's in the top.
It's in the top ones. I do think it is, obviously, the best of the prequel trilogy. Yeah.
They just do a lot of fun stuff with that. Like,
they do.
I think it's interesting because, like, when Order 66 happened and, like, you just had the movies to go off of, I think it was perceived as very silly.
Yeah.
But,
that's
like,
a great point.
Clone Wars really builds up those characters, and it's like, oh, this actually means something.
It means a lot, yeah.
Because before this was like, oh, look, it's these silly Star Wars movies, and then, oh my god, they're killing off half the cast.
Yeah, that is a really great point, is I don't know if the reason that I like Revenge of the Sith so much is because of Clone Wars, and it probably is.
Yeah.
Also, things to note in it, Padme is wildly and consistently pregnant.
Yes.
Scene to scene, she either is like 9 months, 1 week, 3 months.
That's
like,
very true.
Every scene it changes wildly. When she's giving birth, she looks less pregnant. Or wait, sorry. When she's giving birth, she looks less pregnant than when she's in her casket.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Another thing, too, is Palpatine's plan. Clone Wars very much helps with this.
Yeah.
Because if you just follow Palpatine's plan from that movie, it, like, seems like this man has no idea what he's doing.
He's just kind of throwing shit at the wall.
He orchestrated this whole war and then tells Anakin, like, hey, I'm the guy that's in charge of the dark side, but don't kill me just yet.
Yeah.
And then, like, reveals everything to him.
Right. He's really hoping. Like, he's really just trying his best. And people, like, fight me on that when I say that. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This man is just trying his best in this moment. He does not have a comprehensive plan. He doesn't know that that's how he's going to respond.
Exactly.
Like,
Clone Wars makes it seem like he's got more of a plan.
Absolutely.
But the movies.
No. Absolutely not. But I'm trying to think of other things. Really sad movie.
It is.
It's kind of a bummer. It's good.
You got some fun lightsaber fights. You got Yoda versus Sidious.
Great.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
You were my brother.
I have the high ground.
Don't try it. Yeah, great stuff. I feel like there's got to be other stuff. Memes.
A lot of memes from that one.
Highest quality meme content.
Highest qualities. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Sad. I like Wookiees a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I really love Wookiees. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the deleted scenes from Revenge of the Sith?
Some of them.
They are crazy.
Yeah, I like the one in the elevator with Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's a good one.
There's, like, all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, the General Grievous fight is, like, extended. The one with Anakin and Obi-Wan's extended. The one with Yoda and Palpatine is extended. It was originally going to be, like, a 4-hour movie, I think.
It was, yeah.
Not all 4 hours of it would have been good, but...
Well, you know.
A lot of extra stuff.
Would have been there.
Yeah.
Fair. Interesting. Yeah, I like that movie a lot. It's a very good one.
Yeah.
The pumped up kicks over Order 66.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I think you have to watch it every time you watch Revenge of the Sith. That's
exactly.
What the movie's called.
I also love, like, I remember watching this last time of, like, General Grievous when he runs around. He, like, runs around like this. Like a little dinosaur. He looks evil running around. I think that's what the Clone Wars needs more of. But.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In, I want to say, like, maybe 6th or 7th grade, I had a Star Wars marathon with some friends. It was a little sleepover. And Revenge of the Sith was on at probably 4 a.m. And I was very sleep deprived. And I decided now is a great time to walk around like General Grievous. That's a fond memory of mine. Yeah. Okay, something called Droids, which was 1985 to 1986.
Never watched it.
Never watched it. It's a short-lived animated series.
But you know what happens after Revenge of the Sith? The Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch.
You never watched it.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I didn't finish it at the same length that you did. Like, you watched it when it was coming out.
Did you watch the last 2 episodes?
Not yet.
Oh. The last 2 episodes are pretty good.
Are they?
Sorta. I don't know. Well, I don't like what they did with, like, it's good. I don't know.
I think I have 3 episodes left.
I have complex feelings.
Okay.
Because I think, like, the last 3rd episode is really bad. Because it feels silly.
Okay.
But the last 2 episodes, like, the second to last episode, you're like, oh, geez.
Fair.
wow, this is crazy.
I think The Bad Batch, from what I've seen so far, like I said, I have 3 episodes left. But it was either phenomenal and just like really well done, or just like, what was the point of making this? And it was never in between.
Yeah, I want to see more of it.
Uh-huh.
Is my thought, but like there was a lot of stuff where it was like they did a lot of stuff with Rebels, and I feel pretty like about Rebels,
right?
And I was like, you don't need to like bring that in,
right?
It should stand on its own.
loves it though.
Exactly, he does.
It's his little
I don't know
baby.
why, but there was some stuff where I was like, this is cool. The bad guy character, I was like, I didn't really understand, especially like when it gets to the finale. That's like the one part that was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But
interesting. Alrighty.
It was a fun time.
Very.
And the animation looks very pretty.
It is gorgeous.
Honestly, I think one of my favorite episodes is the one where they like have to infiltrate the droid factory.
Okay, yeah.
And it's weird because it's like you have like the 2 worst characters from the last season of Clone Wars. But there's a great joke where it's like, is there an Echo in here? Hi, I'm Echo.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
And that's what Star Wars built to. But no, that was just like a fun thing, you know. They used the they used the droids.
Yeah.
It's like clones fighting with droids.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Fair. Very fun. Okay, Star Wars, Solo, a Star Wars story. I was about to say Star Wars, a Solo story.
Every time I watch Solo, I like it more.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
It's such a fun movie.
It would be so good if it wasn't about Han Solo.
Yeah. I agree.
You could just change the name.
It does not have to be about him, but it does slap
Make his name
as a
John.
movie. Yeah.
John, a Star Wars story.
A Star Wars story.
It would be amazing. You can keep everyone the same.
Yeah.
Keep Lando. Keep Chewbacca.
Why not?
He can even have the Millennium Falcon. That's fine.
Okay.
Han gets it later.
Yeah.
But
it's a great movie though.
Yeah.
Like it is silly to be like, we need to know exactly how every little bit of information we know about Han Solo happened in one mission.
Han Solo, within like a few days, met Chewbacca, got the Falcon from Lando, did the Kessel Run, all within the same adventure.
Yeah. And so it's that part's stupid. But again, like you said, if it were just about some other guy, like it'd be great. But like the actors in it are all amazing.
Yeah.
Like Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson.
Exactly.
Amazing. I personally loved the setup of like the syndicates and everything with Kira and Maul at the end.
Yeah.
I wanted more of that, and I'm very sad we didn't get it.
That's why you should watch Rebels.
Yeah, okay, but I wanted it in the movies.
Exactly.
But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. It's a very fun movie. Like you don't have to think too hard about literally anything at all.
There was a big thing after that of like, oh, is Obi-Wan gonna fight Maul? Which like they do in Rebels.
Yeah.
But like, did you see the Obi-Wan like teaser?
Yes, I did.
Apparently,
so you can find him there.
There's gonna be a Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan part 2.
Oh yeah.
Which I was a little confused about.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how are they gonna make that work?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one time when they were getting Leia, like, their moment.
Exactly, because, like, in A New Hope, Vader's like, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. I assumed he was talking about, like, on Mustafar. And like, that seems cool. But actually, that was another journey we haven't learned about yet.
Yeah, and he still hadn't learned much. Then.
Maybe he'll fight Obi-Wan and be like, it appears you have bested me, and I am the learner in this moment. Perhaps we will meet again one day on the Death Star.
They get in a really big fight, and then he goes back home to Palpatine, and he's like, I guess I still have stuff to learn. Oh my god. Yeah, but Solo slaps.
I thought it was good.
I will die on that hill. Rebels.
I like Rebels. I think I watched it because I watched it during quarantine.
You did.
I didn't have anything else better to watch. I think Tiger King came out at the same time, and
that sounds right.
I didn't care for Tiger King, honestly.
I watched it. Did you watch Tiger King?
I did.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. Rebels, I thought it was good. You know, I didn't really have anything else to watch. I was like, this is neat.
Yeah.
It's cool. Is it good? No. Do I like it? Yeah. There's some fun stuff they do. Ahsoka's in it. Maul is in it. Maul is a little weird because
he's a little weird.
He's just evil.
Yeah.
But like
he's much less complex than he was in like literally anything else. Yeah. Exactly.
He doesn't really have a plan. Yeah. He's more just being mean to people.
He's just a meanie. He's a bully.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thrawn is like a character from the books that people really like.
Yeah.
And he's annoying because like there's like 3 separate occasions where he's like, like he knows everything that's going on. He's like, these are clearly the rebels in disguise.
Right.
Let's let them go. And see what happens. And like it's like you could have like taken them out.
Yeah. And
would have like shortened the whole series.
Oh my god.
But you didn't. You just was like, let's let them go. See what happens. And then you see what happens and then he loses.
Add a little spice.
Yeah.
Fair. Save that one. Okay, just New Hope.
New Hope? Love New Hope.
Love New Hope.
It's great. It's a good movie. Hero's Journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Classic. Very fun. Yeah. Alright. Nothing more to say about that. Everyone's seen it. Okay, the Star Wars Holiday Special with Chewbacca's family.
I follow a Walt Disney World Twitter page.
Okay.
And apparently Disney is really embracing the holiday special for this holiday season.
Okay.
Because they're selling like little dolls with like Chewbacca dressed in red holding the Life Day orb.
Right.
And like tons of like Life Day ornaments and stuff. And it's like, have you ever watched the holiday special?
Yeah.
It is weird.
It's strange.
There's all sorts of weird stuff. You just need to skip through it.
Yeah.
And you sort of get the gist of it.
I think it's best while not sober.
It's funny too because it's like George Lucas.
Yeah.
May not know what he's doing. May have just accidentally stumbled upon Star Wars. But like even he realizes this is bad.
Right.
Have you ever watched the like cartoon in it?
What do you mean?
There's like a cartoon where it's the first time you see Boba Fett.
Okay.
And it's actually sort of interesting.
Okay.
It's not bad. Essentially, like, Luke and Han take, like, sleeping pills or something. I don't remember what it was.
They take their little melatonin.
But they get knocked out.
Yeah.
And so, Chewbacca and Boba Fett, who's, like, a guy on this planet, are like, oh, we need to go into this town and get the antidote for them.
Yeah.
And then when they go into town, Boba Fett uses, like, a little secret terminal. And on the secret terminal is Darth Vader. And Chewbacca sees that and he's like, oh no, this guy's a bad guy. And so then there's a little fight and then Boba Fett flies away at the end.
Okay, well, that sounds like fun.
It is fun. And like the Boba Fett in that looks a lot like what the Mandalorian looks like.
Okay, fair. Ewoks.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. But boy do I want to. I like Ewoks. Mm-hmm. Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, my favorite.
Your favorite?
It's so good.
It's very good.
It's like fun. Everything New Hope does, but better.
Fair. Return of the Jedi.
It's good. I know you really like it.
It's my favorite. Yeah.
I think it's good.
It's good.
I have some problems with it.
There's obviously
they spend a little too much time on Tatooine.
They absolutely do.
Because like I know they didn't expect to have Han Solo or Harrison Ford back for like the last movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's coming back. Well, we need to like get him back. So
how do we do that?
Let's have this scene here.
I love it. I watch it like every Christmas type of thing. I alternate this.
Is Star Wars like a Christmas movie for you?
I think so.
It is for me too.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. I don't know if like, I think part of it was, because all the movies came out in May.
Right.
However, when the sequel trilogy came out, they all like intended for it to be May.
Yeah.
But the first one got pushed back, so they all just like came out in December.
Right. It became very Christmassy.
That's part of why I think it's really Christmassy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's always been like kind of Christmassy for me. Because it just, I don't know, feels fun. Alrighty, Mandalorian.
Love it.
Love it. So good.
Even season 2. I know some people have problems with it.
I don't understand why.
I think because season 2 isn't really about the Mandalorian as much. It's more about like Grogu and like getting new Star Wars characters in, get Ahsoka in.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. It's real fun. I like it a lot. Beautiful show. Like it's just gorgeous.
That ending too. It's good.
Crazy. I'm very excited for the Boba Fett show. Yeah. Okay, Star Wars Resistance.
Never watched it.
The anime looking one?
Yeah, it's like it's using cell shading, and I was like, I don't really like the animation.
Fair.
I might catch it one day, but like everything I've heard about is like it's fine.
Yeah.
So
fair. Okay. Let's do Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. I like it.
I like it. It's fine. It's nothing new because it is literally just A New Hope. Yeah. But like this time it's a girl.
Exactly.
But like
it like builds a setup.
Yeah.
However, I think it also sort of dooms the sequel trilogy.
Absolutely fair.
Because I may have talked about this before, but J.J. Abrams is very big on this idea of a mystery box.
Yeah.
This was a very big problem with Lost, of like why people don't really like the ending of Lost, is because Lost starts and it asks all these questions. And that's very much how he goes, of like, let's create a story and you ask questions. Like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Mm-hmm. But not necessarily coming up with answers. Like, it's fine to start a show and be like, let's create a question.
Yeah.
But let's at least have like 3 answers for why this could be.
Right.
And
he really didn't.
That wasn't really a thing. So there was all these questions left about.
Who's raised parents? Yeah. And like, where's Luke?
And one of the big things too, I think internet culture sort of like messed with it too, because
of everyone trying to figure it out.
Exactly. It's like, what if Rey is Boba Fett's daughter, like, Obi-Wan X person?
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, love it.
Love it.
So good.
I love Rian Johnson.
I think we talked about KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, earlier. Yeah. And the second one does like an interesting thing where you have the light side and the dark side. And the light side, they're very much Puritans. Yeah. And they're sort of blinded by the light side a little bit.
Yeah.
Blinded by the light. Because it's like, they have this guy who followed Revan, and they're like, we don't want you to be a part of the Order anymore, since like, you abandon the Order and all that. So, like, you're gonna get kicked out.
Right.
But also, like, this guy's really good. He's, like, helping out people. Right. But, like, you just don't want him. And the dark side's like, you don't belong with us because, like, you joined us for a little bit, but then you're helping people. That's not right. It's like, maybe there's, like, a little bit mix in between. Mm-hmm. And that's what, like, The Last Jedi explores a little bit.
Absolutely. And it was very exciting, and it led up to a very disappointing next movie, but now I have a very important question.
Yes.
Because I know that we both hate The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
I know that we both hate Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the worst Star Wars movie?
I don't know. So I've not watched either in a while. I actually watched, like, clips from Rogue One recently.
Interesting.
And, like, the clips I watched are not what the movie is.
Right.
Because a lot of the movie is these characters you really don't care about.
Yeah. Because you know you don't need to.
Exactly. Because, like, they're going to die. But also, like, they're not interesting of, like, I don't care when they die, really.
Absolutely.
Which, like, they're making a show, like, Andor.
What?
They're making a show about the guy.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
And, like, I guess I'll watch it. Maybe it'll be interesting. Like, maybe it'll make it more interesting. Yeah, but, like, maybe. It's like, oh, cool, we get to see this battle. Like, the space battle is cool, but, like, I don't care about the characters. So it's like, I appreciate seeing this stuff, but I just don't care.
I get that, yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, I really want to rewatch it, because I don't know if I'll have, like, a solo effect of, like,
I've rewatched it recently.
No?
No. It was like, oh, there's even more things.
There's so many things where it's like, why?
Right.
Like,
why?
The 7th film asked a lot of questions. The 8th film came up with answers. And the 9th film was like, those answers suck. Were wrong.
Yeah.
Let's redo it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a little silly.
Yeah, it's very silly. I don't know. It's tough because it's like, Rise of Skywalker was a bad movie. But Rogue One was bad and unnecessary.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know which one upsets me more. Like, yes, we did need some sort of finale to the sequel trilogy. So, Rise of Skywalker technically had a purpose. It gave it a bad ending, but, like, whatever, it gave it an ending.
That's the thing, too, of, like, Rogue One you can ignore.
You can ignore it, yeah.
Rise of Skywalker.
You have to acknowledge.
You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta include it.
You have to.
In order for the story to make sense. Yeah. If, like, they do anything further than that, which, like, they will one day.
God, I know.
But, yeah, it's...
Both suck.
They do. I want to rewatch it.
Yeah, fair.
I'll do it at some point. It's like, when I need something to watch, I'll do it. Like, I've got a lot of things to watch right now.
There's a lot of stuff coming out right now.
There is. Yeah. A lot of HBO stuff. Cowboy Bebop is coming out soon.
Right.
Past that, Hawkeye is coming out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm interested in that. Like,
I like Jeremy Renner's music more than I like his acting.
He does music?
He's a great musician. You gotta look him up on Spotify. He's got a little rock band.
I think it looks fun. I watched the trailer. Like, I was like, I don't care about Hawkeye. But then I watched the trailer and I was like, ooh, we got like a Christmas thing going on. I heard about the app.
Cool. I just feel like Jeremy Renner's doing too much. And it's like he can't be doing all this right, and he's also not doing all of this right.
That's fair. But that's why, like, I'm interested in the show.
Yeah.
Like, it looks interesting. I also, like, they put, like, a 3-minute clip on, and I was like, this looks fun.
Okay.
I don't know. And, like, also, the Black Widow girl. Have you watched Black Widow yet? No, okay. One of the characters from Black Widow shows up in this, apparently. Like, they've also not shown her.
The one that's, like, your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
But they've not shown her at all yet. So I'm like, ooh, maybe they're doing, like, a little sneaky thing. Also, like, all of the Marvel shows have done that. Of, like, there's a character we don't really see that shows up in this. I don't remember who it was for WandaVision. WandaVision, they sort of, like, hid a lot of stuff.
What about, like, maybe her brother?
Oh, yeah. There we go. We got that. Loki, Loki, you had, like, Lady Loki.
Yeah.
Captain America, you had, like, the new Captain America. So this show will probably be the Black Widow lady.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I'm excited. I think it looks neat. Fun, Christmassy. Yeah. Get you in the Christmassy mood, I guess.
You could also just watch a bunch of Star Wars and get you in the
Christmassy mood. That too, you know? Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, rain on your parade.
I don't know. Rain?
Rain.
It was really foggy today. I don't know if you were, like, up at all this morning.
I awoke.
Okay, it was, like, weirdly foggy.
It was very foggy.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Dang.
It felt very, like,
The whole day just felt dark. Like, I don't think I saw any sunlight today. Because it's either just, like, foggy, misty, or dark.
It was very cloudy today. Yeah. That's true. I don't know. I guess mine is just the plane. It hurt my bones.
Your bones?
Yeah, I have like old lady.
Do you get like turbulence?
Yeah, like one of them was like real rocky, and it was just like it was fine, and like got here safe and everything, obviously. But it was just like I feel like I'm becoming more and more of an old person because I got off the plane and I was like my bones hurt.
Yeah, I don't mind turbulence. I sort of like it. I'm like, this is like fun.
This is like a roller coaster.
But I did have one where like it was bad turbulence and like everyone hit their head.
That's too much turbulence.
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fun.
You have to like really.
It's like whoa. A lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
With your friends.
And go on planes with a mask. Go on planes
with a mask because it's just better this way.
It is.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Have a sunny Wednesday.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.